Welcome to the workshop. This is where repairs are carried out and new ideas are put together. Welcome to the workshop.
Hi, I'm Phil. Welcome to the workshop. Here you will see there'll be many experts in particular trades of carpentry, electronics, car washing, making coffee. They're all experts in their own right. But today we're going to be showing you how to make a bird nesting box for a robin. A couple of friends of mine just recently was chatting and said, look, you said you've got a little owl in your garden. Why don't you make an owl box? Well, where do you start? So I looked it up, and you'll see following this in just a second the owl box that I made. You too can make one if you wish. It's simple and straightforward, but there are one or two key things you must remember. Keep safe. Make sure that your tools are always sharp, because if they're not sharp, you will not make a good job. And everybody, all tradesmen, blame their tools, but it's not the tools, it's the poor quality of the tradesman. So without ado, let's get on and show you what you need to do to make a nesting box for a robin. And of course you need to get on and do this straight away, because spring is almost here and the birds are looking for roosting places and nesting places. So let's get on.
So now let's have a look at the plan and see whether we can apply what we see on the plan onto the wood to be used. You can see from the feature there are measurements and there are lines. This is where we're going to be cutting shortly, but do remember that you must cut once and measure twice. If you don't follow that very strict rule, you will have problems. So in just a moment we will be clamping the timber down. You can use a clamp like this, which is very easy to use. As you can see, it's made an indentation on the wood. Now if you are a real perfectionist, the way to avoid that is, let's just use, be careful with the saw there because that's a very sharp saw. You can put another piece of wood on top and then clamp down between the two. So it will still hold in place, but it will avoid having that indentation. So remember that. So now let's get on and cut, and we have to be very careful using the very sharp saw.
So as you can see, we've got the clamp on, but I didn't bother to put the piece of wood underneath. Yes, we'll get an impression of the clamp on the wood, but it's only a bird box after all, so why bother? Anyways, look, we're going to start cutting now, so pay attention, okay? This is how we do it. You need a saw like that, one that is very sharp. So here we go. So you need to put your finger in the place on the line to make sure you guide the blade along the line which you have carefully measured. So you carry on like that. You remember to take the hand out of the way, and you must look what you're doing all the time. Yeah, well that wasn't very clever, was it? Yeah, cut my hand. But I'm going to carry on. It's not going to stop me. I am a professional and nothing will stop me from doing this job. I've been asked to make a robin bird box and I intend to make one. So I will carry on, and I'll try not to get any blood on the timber, but I will continue and show you the next stage after I've cut all the bits out and how we put them together. Yeah, just keep watching. Hello, I'm back again. Yeah, I've put my coat on this time because I actually made a bit of a mess of my nice top, my Alpine Low fleece top, and so if I spill anything else, you know, it's red, so should be okay. So actually it's getting a bit cold as well. But if you listen carefully in between my yatta, you can actually hear the robin singing in the background, and so hopefully I'll be making the nest for that lovely red-breast robin. So let's carry on. Welcome to the workshop. It's fun, and you know it is.
Just another tip from the carpenter expert. If you are about to cut a piece of timber and you notice there are two lines, which is what we have on here, you need to be sure that you've cut the right line. Now this one I've marked out because I don't want to cut that, but if you, for argument's sake, cut that one first and it's too short, then, well, it's too short. So you then got to start all over again. So another tip from the expert, this is on the basis that you don't actually have a T-square, but just for the purpose of this, I'm lining the T-square up and put a line on there. But for those who don't have a T-square, if you have a saw like this, it actually is also a T-square, so you butt the handle up against the side of the wood and push it up, and as you can see it matches up with a T-square, but of course they're not as accurate as a proper made T-square. As you can see, it's coming along quite nicely. The roof is all on. Oh, actually no, perhaps I measured that correctly. That's a good job I did fix it on. Yeah, I think that looks about right. Let's hope so, because I'm going to glue it and screw it. Say that when you've had something to drink. It's such hard work doing these bird boxes. Sorry, what? What'd you say? John said, hurry up and get on with it. Well, that certainly feels a lot better. I'm refreshed after all that work. Any case, I was thinking when I was having a coffee, a very good friend of mine, Bob, he was saying, well, what about a blue tip box? The thing is, the blue tip box, the hole has to be 25mm diameter, and he gave me this special drill bit, and he said be very careful with that because it is actually pretty sharp. So I decided, actually, sorry, he didn't give it to me, he loaned it to me, but I decided I wasn't going to use it because it's a bit too sharp, and so I'm going to continue with the robin box. So now come on to the interesting part. We've got all the ingredients, shall we say? We're going to put them together now to make the box. I've sawn them without any difficulties, and so you'll see here I'll be gluing and nailing. Screwing is not necessary because it's in your box. So I've got the wood glue already in place on one side, and just using some small tacks, small nails, we'll now hammer them on here. Of course, using the hammer. So make sure you've got the right amount of glue on, and place the timber on top and put a little bit of pressure on. Make sure it's all lined up nice and square as best you can, and just gently tap the nails in place, and checking things as you go along, because you don't want to put the nails right in and then find they're in the wrong place. So I've now put all the components together, and this is the final result.
So we've completed the bird box now. As you can see, it's ready to go up. We just need to find a nice place in the garden for the robin to nest. So all I've got to do is say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the experience of building the box, and you will see me later on in Springbox in the autumn time, and we'll be looking to do other things. So thanks very much for watching. Please share this with your friends because I'm sure they will enjoy the experience as much as I have. Thanks again, and keep watching. Bye bye.